Welcome to another episode of the Taranique Show, where science meets curls and healthy hair is always goals. On this show, we talk about everything hair, and hair is pretty complicated. So today, I'm just going to break it down so you can understand the different dynamics of hair. So this will better help you to understand your hair care routine or why you aren't getting the results you need. Maybe you need to identify these characteristics of your hair, start from there, and then you can go on to products so that you can, just have a great overall hair care experience. So hair is a very complicated. You need to know your curl pattern, your porosity, the hair's density and thickness. So I'm going to break it down, and you can easily identify your porosity, thickness, curl pattern when I take you through the steps. So let's start first with your hair type. So your hair type is basically your curl pattern, and there are 4 different hair types. Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, obviously. So type 1 is more straight hair. So that's 1A, and this is like categorized into 3 subcategories: 1A, 1B, 1C. This hair pattern is straight. It has no curl pattern at all. So it's pretty easy to identify. If your hair grows straight, then you have type 1 hair. Then you have type 2, which is wavy. This is your, loose S-shaped curls or waves, right? And this category is type 2A, B, and C. Moving on to curly, which starts with the type 3. So you would have a 3A, a 3B, or a 3C. This is more defined curls, from loose to tighter curls. And then lastly is our type 4 curls, which I am a part of that crew. You have type 4A, type 4B, type 4C, and it's densely packed, zigzag, or tight coils, right? So it's easy to identify which category you fall into just by looking at how your hair naturally grows. Then we want to move over to porosity, right? So porosity, you can have low porosity, medium porosity, or high porosity. I've done a ton of videos on porosity, so check them out. So porosity refers to how well your hair absorbs and retains moisture. So low porosity, the cuticles are tightly sealed. Water and products, they sit on the top of this hair. Needs lightweight water-based products for heat absorption. You can do a quick strand test to tell whether your hair is low or high porosity. Medium porosity, which is normal porosity, and this is the porosity that you want to have, right? The cuticles are open just enough for moisture balance and easier to maintain, absorbs and retains moisture really well. Then we want to move on to high porosity, which I try to avoid. I don't want to have high porosity hair because in this type of hair, the cuticles are raised or they're damaged from chemical treatments or heat styling or just genetics, believe it or not. It absorbs moisture quickly, but it loses it really fast. It needs heavier products to seal in moisture and oils, and it needs protein rich ingredients. So you can have type 1 hair, high porosity, or you can have type 3, medium. You can have a mix, right? And it's very important that you understand your hair texture and your porosity. And then moving on to hair density. Hair density is very easy to spot as well. This is the number of strands on your scalp per square inch. So if you have low density hair, you can easily see your scalp, and you need lightweight products to avoid flattening. So that means at the top of your hair, you can easily see your scalp if you have it parted. Medium density is balanced coverage, and it works with most styles. So medium density, you probably have fuller hair. And high density, this is the people with that, like their whole head is covered. You cannot even see their scalp. They have lots of hair strands. They need stronger holds or heavier products to manage the volume, right? So to test your density, what you would do is you would pull your hair in a ponytail in the back, right? Thin hair is less than 2 inches. That we're talking about the ponytail, the circumference of the ponytail, right? Is less than 2 inches. That's low density. Medium density is 2 to 3 inches, and thick or high density is about 4 inches. So when you put your hair into a ponytail, and then you can measure with a tape measure, you know, how many inches is the circumference of that ponytail, and that will tell you your density. And lastly, hair thickness. This is more of the strand diameter of an individual hair. So this is the width of a single hair strand, not how much hair you have, right? So density is basically the thickness of like how is your hair covered on your scalp per square inch, and then hair thickness is actually the strand, right? So fine hair, I have fine hair. This feels silky, so the strands feel silky and they are barely visible, can get weighed down easily and prone to breakage. So imagine a person with fine hair, type 4 curls, and let's see, medium density or even low density. You cannot use the same products as someone with thicker hair, a lot of density, and say a type 4 curl or type 3 curl. So this is why you need to understand your curl type, your porosity, your density, and the thickness of your strands for a successful hair care routine. I mean, this is what it boils down to. Anyway, so moving on from fine hair, then there's medium hair. So medium hair is an average size strand. It holds styles and moisture well. And you can do this just by looking at your strands to tell if it's fine, if it's medium, or if it's coarse, right? Coarse, lastly, is coarse. This is thick strands. They have a stronger structure, feels wiry or rough, can resist heat, needs more moisture, and TLC. So tell me, did you learn anything from this video? Do you know what your hair density is, or your strand structure, or your porosity? If you know these things, then you are well on your way to having a less frustrating hair care journey. Like and subscribe if you learned anything in this video, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. Have a great day.